Hi, this is Sean. Welcome to GuitarReferenceGuide.com. In this lesson we're going to go through the classic Wish You Were Here, all the rhythm guitar parts. If you want to learn the solo, I also have a video on how to play the solo on my channel, so you can check that out as well. Just subscribe. In the first section, the guitar part, we're going to have three main chords. We're going to have an E minor 7 chord, a G chord, and an A7 sus4 chord. Fancy name for a real easy chord. It's just like the E minor 7 chord, but we're playing it from the A note. Over the verse, we're going to have a C chord, D with an F sharp in the bass. We're going to have an A minor chord. We're going to have a G chord. And we're going to also have C with a G in the bass. I'm going to take you through the first verse, all of the strumming patterns, each strumming pattern for each one of those measures. They're all a little bit different. Some of them are pretty similar. If you want, you could just take one or two of those different patterns and you can use them throughout the whole song. They'll work really well. If you like what you see in this video, please subscribe. Please like on Facebook and check out GuitarReferenceGuide.com. A lot of great stuff there that I don't have on YouTube. So hope you enjoyed the lesson. Have a great day, and let's get started. Okay, so let's break it down. We're going to start with an E minor 7 chord, 2nd fret on the D string, 3rd fret on the B string, and the high E string. It's going to have a pickup measure, so if I counted it in, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 E and a 1. So, pickup would be open A, hammering to the 2nd fret of the A string, open D, 2nd fret of the D string, open G string, downstroke on the G string, B string, and high E string. Then we're going to have a little down up, and then a down. So, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then it's going to bring us into the riff that takes us to the next measure. Open G, D string, then you take your index finger off. And then you're going to go to the G chord. So here we have it. First measure. Down, down, up, down, down, up. G, D, open. Next measure. Down, up, down, down, up. Into the riff. Playing a G note. Open A, hammer again, open D, and that part almost repeats exactly. Down, down, up, up. The D string, open. A string, 2nd fret, open. So let's get through the first three measures. Down, up, down, down, little up, riff, down, 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 up, riff, G. Now we're on the next measure. We're on the 4th measure, and after the D we're going to strum down, up, down, down, up, and the riff again. Now over this E minor 7, we're going to strum a little different. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up. One more time. From measure 4. Riff. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now you start the riff from the D string. D, D open, 2nd fret on the A string, open A. Now we're in A7 sus4. This measure is going to be open A. So for measure 6, we're going to have coming out of measure 5 into measure 6. So we have open A, D at the 2nd fret. We're going to have a down, up, down, a little pause, up, down, up, and then back into the riff. Into the G, the strum pattern, into the E minor, and the strum pattern here after we hit this note is going to be down, up, down, down, up, down, up, and then this riff again, the same one, starting from the D, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret, open, and that's going to take us into measure 8. So measures 4 to 8 would sound like this. Coming out of measure 3. Up, down, up, riff. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, riff. And then this brings us into measure 8. And measure 8 is going to be A7 sus4, just like the E minor, but you're playing it from the A string. And so then this would be like this. We're going to play A, the D string 2 times. You're going to pluck that note by itself, and then the higher strings. Then open A, and then this is going to be an upstroke down on the D, the 2nd fret open. Now we're going to do a series of hammers. We're going to hammer onto the 2nd fret of the A string, open G and D and G, and then B and G and B. So measure 8. One more time. This is one of the harder measures. Now I'll take it, and then the next 2 measures we're going to play through G. We'll have and then we're back into the riff. That part starts over. So really slow, I'll play through the whole thing now. And that would be the intro, and that also goes through the guitar solo. For the verses, I'm going to take you through the verse real slow. For the verse, I'm going to play through it, each measure, and then break down the strum pattern, and we'll take it from there. So measure 1 is a C with a G in the bass. We have a C chord, but we're using our pinky on the C note. Everything else stays the same. Our 3rd finger is going to go on the 3rd fret of the low E string. Should sound like this. Strum pattern is going to be down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Rhythm's going to be 1 and 2 E, 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 E and a. Now we're going to go to the next chord, which is going to be a D chord, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, thumb on the 2nd fret of the low E string. Strum pattern here. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down. One more time. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a. 3rd measure, A minor. 1, 2E and a 3 and 4E and a down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. G, and we're going to go to the G chord. For the G chord we have 2nd fret, or 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open, open, 3rd fret, 3rd fret. Here we're going to strum down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Rhythm for this is going to be 1 and 2E and a 3 and 4E and a. Next measure, 4th measure, we're going to go to a D chord. Just a regular D chord, same one we played before. Here we're going to strum 1E and a 2E and a 3, 4E and. So here we're breaking the measure up between a D and a D with an F sharp in the bass. So real slow. Down, up, F sharp in the bass, down, down, up, down. This one's a little trickier. Now we're going to go back to the C with the G in the bass. We're going to strum down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a couple more measures to go. We have an A minor. Here we're going to strum 1E and a 2E and a 3 and 4 and. So 1 and a 2E and a 3 and 4 and. Now we're at the last measure of the verse. The first verse we would strum down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Rhythm's going to be 1, 2E and a 3, 4E and a down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. And that would be the first verse. So instead of going through every measure of each of the verses, that's quite a few strumming patterns for you. Most of these strumming patterns you can work through almost the entire song. So you can kind of mix and match them. It would be good to try and get it down seamlessly one at a time, but most of them will work through the whole song. So for example, if you just wanted to take, I think one of the most common ones would be measure 2 or strum pattern 2, sound like this. 1 and 2E and a 3 and 4E and a down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down. And that's a great strum pattern that would work through the whole song. But like I said, it would be good if you can kind of play around with them, mix and match them, and also come up with maybe some of your own strum patterns. So that would be the verse.